Mm-hmm. All right. Good morning. Grab the link for this. All right. All right, good morning, everyone. Good morning. I'm feeling like I'm gonna keep the background dark today. Yeah. It's a dark day today. Hope everyone's doing well this morning, though. Had a few trades on my settings last night. We just had one that was a 4-point trade. Probably should look into adding some sort of minimum stop to this, but we had a short right on the open yesterday. That one lost. Then we had a full TP win here, so you're back up from that. Then a loss at 1 in the morning, and then another full TP win. So 2 losses, 2 full wins. You're up 1R at this point. So if you did run a max profit where you're only aiming for 1R a day, you'd hit that there. Then we had another loss at 3. So you're break even from this point, right? And then yeah, just this trade. So yeah, I mean, really only down 1 trade here, right? Down 1 trade. With commission and stuff, I think I woke up down $200. I think that was just commission. But again, I classify that as break even. Right now, down about 1 trade. So Tom's settings are 0 trade. Yeah, hope everyone's having a good morning though. Quite a bit of interesting things happening. Yesterday Market dumped. NASDAQ dumped from Netflix earnings. We dropped about 100 points off of Netflix earnings. Some levels for you guys to mark out on your charts right now. We have London high at 338. We also have another hourly high at 305. And then we have previous day low at 203. So some pretty important areas to watch there. And I'll be watching that. And then also I would definitely mark out the 50% level. I'll even do that on the chart here. 272.5. Okay. So 272.5 right here. This blue line is our 50% level. So again, that's kind of key support, key resistance. You can see that from over here as well, right? So yeah. We got market open here in 5.5 minutes. Still obviously no news because the government is shut down. The only news we get is if Trump tweets something. And let's see. If you guys trade ES, we have London high on ES at 6788.75. And previous day high at 6789.75. 50% level is 6776. Key area to mark out. Asia low at 6764. And previous day low 6759. So I'll let you guys know when we sweep one of those areas. And we will go from there. Again, no trades on Tom's. Yesterday, my settings have been up pretty good so far all week. Yesterday was, again, pretty good. What was this? 20? This was Monday. What was yesterday? 21st. We had a break even, or a partial win. Another partial win. A loss. Full win. Partial win. Loss, partial win, partial win. So a lot of partial wins and a couple full wins, but not too many losses yesterday, which is cool. Good to see. Good to see. Rejecting the 50% a bit right now. Again, we'll see what happens at the open. We got 3 minutes till the open. So I'm still full screen there. Tom's settings. Let's check Tom's. No trades so far today. It's been fairly slow lately with Tom's, which happens. So, yeah. Let's see. No trades this morning. Yesterday, 1 loss, partial win, and 1 loss. So Tom's settings did a little bit worse than mine yesterday. And then Monday, well, that was at 4 o'clock. Shouldn't be trading there anyway because of the prop accounts. So we'll kind of ignore those. So loss there. And that's it. So yeah, it's just been slow. Just been slow lately. With Tom's. Which happens, so it'll go through periods But yeah, not tons and tons of action there. I saw some people doing some research on YM, which I'm glad to see. But people were getting handed out refunded accounts on Top Step. Because of the Monday. All right, market opens here, 45 seconds. See what happens. Pretty decent range that we had last night. So from high to low, about 130 points. So we'll see what happens on the morning. All right, here we go. We'll watch. I'll try and call out if I see something here. Again, rejecting that 50% level. That's the blue line. ES kind of tapping it right now. Hasn't dumped too much through it. Again, previous day low is at 203. That's kind of the area I'd want to potentially sweep and reverse from. Joey, do you trade your setting 24/7 or I should avoid 6 p.m.? My settings are 24/7, but obviously you do need to avoid whatever times the prop firm says you aren't supposed to trade, right? Like from some firms, it's like 3:50 to 5 o'clock. You can't trade. That's with a lot of firms or something. So you should be out of all trades before 4 o'clock. All right, previous day low here, 203.25 on NQ. That's what I'm watching for a sweep of. Maybe we can get a reaction reversal out of it. ES is not super close to that previous day low, so will be an SMT down there. We also have an hourly low at 206.5. All right. So I'm just waiting for one of these levels to sweep. We'll see if we get a reaction from that. We should. We're this close. We might retrace a bit here, but I think we should get what we're looking for here. All right, come on. Got real close. We hit 210, so we got 4 points away from that. Then I'll be cycling through. We'll see if we get anything. Sure you were told in previous vids. The left is Tom's settings, one of our members. The right is my settings. That's pretty much it. Slightly different swing points. So mine will have more trades than the right side will have more trades than the left side. And mine trades, I just have it on 24/7. Tom's on the left is more a few different times throughout the day. All right, there's the low. All right, we'll see what we get here. We'll selling pressure fairly heavy. Selling pressure definitely fairly heavy. This 1 minute potential fair value gap here might be nice. Let's see if the selling pressure is too strong though. I've been saying lately, I feel like the price action has been a little bit easier to follow, to gauge, to get correct after 10 a.m. So we'll see if that's the same today. I feel like any trade I take before 10 a.m. just ends up failing. And anything after ends up working out decent. So we'll see. 50% level is now at, like right here, 55. Because we are still selling strong right now. What's the next hourly low we have here? Oof. All the way down at 25,038. So quite a ways away. So if we don't reverse here, it might just be a downtrend day. So we'll see. We will see. ES also swept the hourly low. Didn't sweep previous day low, so there's still an SMT there, but all right, still nothing here. Yeah, still nothing here. Remember, you guys can use semi-auto mode too. No one's tried that yet. I probably should make some more videos about it just so people are more aware. But there's semi-auto mode. You can mark out your liquidity levels and have it take trades off of that. Like if I wanted to mark out previous day low right here, I could have marked it out right here, right? And if it inverses this, have a higher likelihood of taking that, right? It might still take it, I'm not sure, but no SMT there. super volatile so far. Super, super volatile. I want to close over this. Well, it's not going to take this because of the EMA thing, but... ES is inversing 1 minute gap here. Evidence in auto mode, you can set the levels. That will still take. Yep, that's correct. You basically just mark out the liquidity levels that you want, and once it sweeps those levels, it'll look for the trades off of those levels. That's pretty much it. So I think it's a pretty cool feature. That ended up ripping. Good setup. But again, you would have had to chase this candle if you wanted it along there. Would have had to chase this. 50% level is at 55. Yeah, I mean this long was definitely an A setup, but doesn't look like we want to push much higher. We'll see. ES definitely a bit cleaner. ES already hit a 1-to-1. ES did already hit a 1-to-1. Want to see us continue up here. This inverse was an A setup right here. If it works, I don't know. It's up 20 points, but I only got in with half size because I had to chase, so. Oh, it's coming back here. That sucks. Got about 7-8 points away from my TP, and now it's pulling back. So stop loss slightly above my entry just to cover commission, and it's gonna hit me out. So I would have loved if we could go hit that 50% level. Would love for us to continue, man. I haven't had a day where I just get one trade and I'm done. I'm always take an L, take a break even, 2 break evens. It's been a hard month for me. Been a hard month. Still in. Come on, man. Hit my TP. I would love that. Love that. Come on. Come on. You're right there. You're right there. You got 3 points away. Come on. 2 points. 1 point. Come on. Don't reject here. I just have a limit order. Come on. You got 3 ticks away. Push. Push. Bro. Are you kidding me? I'm gonna throw a fit if this doesn't hit TP. I will throw a fit. Okay, we failed. Oh, I'm done for the day. Holy cow. Holy cow, that was nice. Okay. I am done for the day. Stressful, but I caught it. All right, let me import that to TradeZilla. If you guys listen to what I call out, you can probably make some money. Because I kind of called that out. All right. Good day. Good day. TradeZilla is just a trade importer, pretty much. Import your trades, things like that. You know what's a bummer is I have some alpha futures accounts, and yesterday on my alpha futures accounts, I didn't know that you could only take 10 micros. Because I have the 0 accounts, 10 micros, and I took an ES trade with 11 micros, and it didn't execute on the alpha futures accounts. That trade ended up, I was down 200 on the day at this point, and that ES trade I took ended up getting me to up $230. So it was a big swing, except the alpha futures accounts didn't execute because I took 11 micros. You can only take 10. And then I didn't notice, and when I started to scale out of my position on my other accounts, it shorted the alpha futures accounts because they're all still synced. So then I lost another $100 or so on top of that because it was reversing the trade. So kind of a sucky day yesterday for the alpha futures accounts because I wouldn't really say it's my fault. I just didn't know you couldn't take more than 10 micros. Usually if you can take, I don't even know. I just didn't know, but that's okay. About $200 on the day per 50K account for me. Caught I'll show the trade here. It was pretty much just a 1 to 1.5 trade. Held my full position. How often do I request payouts? I've been requesting payouts every month. Top step, super easy to get payouts on. I could take a payout right now on my Top Step account. I choose not to because I like to take a little bit bigger payouts. But you only need 5 days of $200 and you can take a payout. Or it's actually 150 now. My funded futures, same thing. You need 5 days of about 150 bucks. You can take a payout. Alpha futures is the same thing. 5 days of $200 and you can take a payout. So, you know, if you get a firm like Apex or Bulanox or Tradeify maybe, you do have to build that account up to like $3,000, $4,000, and then you can take a payout. So definitely harder on those firms, but okay, we're done though. I'm gonna close my quant tower down here. Make sure I have nothing open. All right. Again, I think that was an A setup. I said it already. Hopefully you guys can listen and take what I say and maybe execute some things yourself. You trade using their platform? No, you do not. I have it hooked up through Quant Tower. You can get a Project X account or that, and you can hook it up to Quant Tower. So I actually have Top Step accounts hooked up to Quant Tower with Project X. I have Alpha Futures accounts with Project X hooked up to Quant Tower. I have Apex Rhythmic accounts hooked up to Quant Tower. Bulanox Rhythmic accounts hooked up to Quant Tower. Top 1 Futures Project X accounts hooked up to Quant Tower. So I have 5 different firms I'm copy trading just with Quant Tower. And I could do infinite, I could hook up 50 accounts across 10 different firms if I wanted to. Feels good to have a one and done though. So this was the trade I took, okay? We swept the previous day low, which was at 206.5. Okay, so this line down here, 206 right here, this is previous day low. We swept this pretty much immediately got a reversal. This is the fair value gap I took it off of. I said, you know, I'd watch for a long. I think this could be good. And obviously you would have had to chase because I don't want to get in up here when my stop loss ideally is below this gap. So it started ripping. I got in a little late still, and I got in at 20. My stop loss was going to be down here, right? And all I was doing was targeting this 50% level, which was at 55. And you can see once we hit that, we kind of rejected. So it's a good spot usually to take profits. Except because I chased, I only went in with 3 micros. My full size would have been about 5 micros. We're along here. Full size would have been about 5 micros, right? But the ideal entry would have been like right here. So if I got in 5 micros up here, I would have been way over leveraged, right? So down here, could take 5 micros. Here I took 3. And because I took 3, I just held my full position to about somewhere around, what was that, 1.1 to 1.4 maybe? Yeah, so 1 to 1.4. Entered at 20, stop loss would have been around 95, TP at 55, okay? So that was the trade. And again, it was just based off of this inverse here, right? This trade here, we do have a bearish SMT right now. It could cause this trade to lose. Just be aware. It's based off of this big inverse here, looks like. Again, this is a big stop loss. What is this? 50 points. So I have the max stop loss set to 300 ticks, which would be 60 points. If I can do math. 75 points. Yeah. So you could definitely lower that to something, so you don't get these stop losses that are 50 points. And it should avoid this trade. I generally like trades that are between a 10 to 25 point stop loss, personally. If it's much bigger than that, you know, sometimes I'll take a trade with like a 30 point stop, but you know, manually I never take trades that are 30 points plus, really. Never. Looks like I did obviously sell potentially a little early. But again, if I was in with more than half my size, definitely. Where's our 1.1 is all the way up there. Holy cow. That's actually good. Our London, we might be going for London high. 309. Wait, 339. But man, that is a little bit of a stretch, I would say. Could be a thing where you maybe just, you know, shorten these up a little bit. You know, like if you really wanted to, you could just do this. Drag the stop loss about up to halfway. And then drag the TPs halfway down, kind of change the trade a little bit, but yeah, that trade did end up hitting about 2.7 R. So roughly double. So I could have made 400 if I held to this high. Obviously, I wouldn't have done that anyway. Maybe I could have squeezed 2R out of it. So I would have made an extra 100. But I'm happy with 200 on a half size trade too. It means if I was in with full size and I took that same trade, I would have made almost 400. Just on that little trade I took from right here to right here. Right. That's all I look for on my funded accounts. Just one trade up a little bit each day. Especially when you're copy trading a lot of accounts. What prop firm were you speaking about earlier? You said you don't have to make. Top Step is probably the most well-known, obviously. You need 5 days of $200 or more. And then there's a short potential here, guys. This inverse, I'd watch for a short manually. It's a good setup. We have an SMT at the high. It's kind of, you're taking it right in that 50% level though. That's not ideal. But something like this, short here, stop up here, target down here. There you go. But yeah, Top Step, My Funded Futures, same thing, and Alpha Futures. No problem, no problem. Yeah, mine's still long too. I'm just saying manually, you know, you could watch for a short here. It is a good setup. The only thing that makes this actually terrible and maybe not even worth a trade is the 50% level right here. This blue line, that's our 50%. Again, great spot to take TPs or avoid taking trades into this, right? So that is taking a trade right into that, right? You wouldn't want that. So that's the one bad thing. Different ATM settings? For what? For the auto trader? It has one setting for TPs and stop losses. $300. What do you mean 300? Are you putting? What do you mean 300? Your max stop loss in ticks is 300 and your min stop loss is 300? Is that what you're saying? It wouldn't take any trades then. Are you in this trade? This, you can't have your max stop loss and your min stop loss both set to 300. That means it really will only take a trade if it has exactly like 300 ticks. Mine's set to 300 and 0. If you wanted to set a minimum stop loss of, say, you know, you don't want to have a trade smaller than a 10-point stop, you'd set that to 40 ticks. Don't say sorry, I'm just helping you out. So we're getting random spike candle here. But yeah, make sure these numbers are not the same, pretty much, okay? This short is still valid as well. We obviously just bounced off that 50% a little bit. Stop, you could obviously put it here, or you could be safer, put it at the swing point. But again, this 50% level would make me not take this. Still kind of holding it. Is that like yours? Cool. Oof, I'm getting hungry. I am getting hungry. Feels good though. I haven't had a winning trade just right off the bat, one and done, in a long time. Let me check actually. Yesterday I took 3 trades. Monday I took 2 trades, I think. 2 or 3 trades on Monday. Last Friday I wasn't here. So last Thursday I took 3 trades. Wednesday I took 3 trades. Last Tuesday I took 3 trades. Last Monday I took 2 trades. The previous October 10th I took 1 trade, it was break even. On the 9th I took 1 trade, it was break even. And on the 8th I took 1 trade, it was a partial win. Yeah, literally the last time I took 1 trade and hit a full TP was the 1st of the month. Just 1 trade, full TP. I'm not saying I didn't make other money the other days, but took 1 trade and I was done because it hit my TP. It's been a tricky month. And I could be very, very deep red. I've been red quite a bit. And I just kept trading and I did get dug out of the hole. Still taking high quality setups, but you know, I don't know if that's the best thing to do, but it's worked so far this month for me. If if there's a setup that's good, I take it, even if I'm down quite a bit on the day, right? Kevin, what is your swing strength? So on the right here, mine is set to 10 swing strength, 50 for the swing high-low minimum ticks here. 10 and 50. And then Tom's is on the left here. Tom's is set to 16 and 100 right here. No problem, no problem, no problem. All right, guys. Well, I have a feeling that we might be in this trade for a while. What do you guys think? Dancing around that 50%? Yes, it is. That's why I tell you guys every morning, if you join the live streams, I give you guys some levels to watch every morning. I give you guys instruction, right? Not every day I'm going to be accurate, but a lot of days I'm pretty good. Pretty good. I don't know. I'd have to rewind the live stream, but I definitely called out this kind of trade right here before it happened. So that vid on the 50% level was super helpful. Awesome. Awesome. Glad you liked it. The iFVG course isn't super long, but like it doesn't have to be super long, right? It's like 45 minutes to an hour, I think, for all those videos. But I give you guys so much just little tricks, right, that you can add in to your trading day, and I think it's helpful, right? Just that 50% thing, right? That 5-minute video going over the 50% key, right? That's why I got out of my trade right here, and then we pulled back. What is this? It doesn't look like a huge pullback, but still, from pretty much the 50% to here, 20 points. I mean, that's a pretty good pullback. And then we move up, come back down. We bounce off this 50%, move up 26 points. Right? Then we move down. We kind of hold it right here. And then we bounce again. 20 points, right? I mean, just that, right? Just that. Oof. It's 10-10. This short setup is still valid if you put your stop at the swing high. Again, if you guys have any questions, like this long down here was a good trade. If we didn't have the EMA filter on, I think it would have taken this trade, which we could look at and check. We'll look at after. Look at it after. I just don't know how long I want to sit in this trade, but all right, so that short, that again I call out somewhat call out. Definitely playing, and it looks like we will stop out here, which is fine. It'll be a red day on my settings here. We're now below that 50% level, so it's gonna make things a bit trickier for sure. Okay, haven't stopped out quite yet. We are bouncing somewhat out of a 5-minute iFVG here. We'll see if that helps at all. I'm not going to stay here for too long, because I don't want to, you know, have this reverse and us sit in this trade for another hour. But I'll leave it. We'll see, though. Looks like we're going to get stopped, though. Okay, and stopped. Okay, so we're down on the day. We're down about two trades net after commission. Tom's just down 1 trade. So again, Tom's settings being safer than mine. Some days Tom's will be way ahead. Other days, mine will be way ahead. A lot of days, Tom's will have a less of a loss. Mine will have a little bit more, right? But I'm curious. Let me check. We might get a trade if we break below this fair value gap. So maybe I'll wait and see before I do anything, or I'll mess with Tom's. Let me mess with Tom's. Let me disable the EMA, and then let me. Did NinjaTrader bro? Oh, we seriously froze. If we froze, I'm just gonna be done. NinjaTrader freezes all the time. This algo requires a lot of calculations, I'll tell you that. All I did was uncheck this box, bro. I think, are you guys in short right now? Because I think, or not yet, actually. Probably wouldn't be in quite yet. Might not be in that. Yeah, it hasn't closed, so you shouldn't be in anything. Yeah, we're frozen though. I'm just gonna call it here. Okay, we'll call it. Well, thanks for joining, guys. NinjaTrader froze on us. I don't want to fix it. We'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow will be Thursday. So thank you all for joining. Hopefully I see everyone tomorrow and we can catch some more trades. See you guys. I'll see you tomorrow.